Hello, hello, good evening. It is late, like super late Sunday night. I don't expect anyone to be on, but I have to get this recorded. It's a crazy week. Normally, it is, I'm on at 7 o'clock. So, I might have forgotten to introduce myself. It's Nemi Basson with Nemi's Crafty Cafe in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, 20 minutes just outside of Winnipeg. So it was a crazy day. It's a crazy weekend. So this weekend I was at a retreat, fundraising retreat, crop as well. And then that took me right through till today. So then today I was ready to do my Facebook Live for 7 after soccer. And then my parents decided that they wanted to drop by because they haven't seen us in a week or two. Anyway, it was beautiful out and they wanted to come. And so they didn't leave till 10 o'clock. So here I am. So if you are there, say hello, drop me a line. If you're catching the replay, which many of you are, respond with replay and or comment away. I will see the notifications while I'm at work all day tomorrow. So yeah, all these extra activities have been affecting my joy of being a hobbyist and Stampin Up demonstrator with you, and so it's affecting my jobby. That's what I like to call it. This is a fun job, and yeah, it's a lot of obstacles today, but there's going to be a lot of obstacles all week as well, and so I hope to overcome them because we have soccer, band, and then Friday I will be back with you online to share with you this month's Be My Valentine card club. So if you would like to create 4 more cards, then I have 4 cards for you. And if you really like my card club, then hopefully you can sign up for February's, which features the perennial bundle. I forget what it's actually called. Maybe if I grab my catalog. I was cleaning up. Okay, I was not really cleaning up. I was actually unpacking. And my catalog was like right here. And I forget where it went. My sale. Oh, I know. I decided to give it a new home way up here. So, way up there on my board, which is a crazy place to put it. Anyway, I will share with you what's going on, what we're making, and we also have a mini album class, which was created by Marie, and it's gorgeous. So we shared it at the crop this weekend. So a few people are ready to sign up, and so we're kind of limited to 10. So keep that in mind. So if you really want to do this beautiful, gorgeous album, then you definitely want to sign up as soon as I can get it posted. Okay, so just want to make sure. Okay, so anyway, everything is working just fine. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to get started, but before I begin, I have a couple things I want to share with you. A couple draws. So this weekend we did I had in my newsletter. So if you're part of my newsletter, you will get these more often. So in my newsletter, I had a 12-12-12 challenge. So here, just let me flip you so that it works. Oh, good evening, Kathy. Surprised you're awake. Hello. I thought it was just me. Awesome. Hello. Okay, so we had a 12-12-12 draw. And those that actually participate, you had to donate 12 items, toss 12 items, and then put back 12 items. So 3 people participated, so thank you very much. And just so you know, I did spin the wheel, and here, let me show you. See, I did do a wheel, and the winner is Michelle Thomas. So congratulations to Michelle Thomas. Ignore the rest of the mess in my house. Thank you for participating and playing along in the 12-12-12 challenge. So I'm super excited for that, and you will be getting a little prize. I believe I have to look back at my notes because I didn't have that part ready. But I believe it was a $25 value pack, so that'll be coming your way. And then we also have the little gift challenge, which is my mystery stamping. So I posted that today. So if you create the mystery stamping card, and I believe Shell has already, then you just have to complete it by January 31st and post it in the same post on my Facebook page, and then you can be entered to win and receive this card. And then my team, I challenged them. Oh, yeah, I'm getting lots of shadows. That's not a good thing. I challenged them to create this beautiful pop-up card that was inspired by Lisa Curcio. And it was also one of the card designs we made in Bingo. So it actually sits like this. And from the side, you can see, and it's got a little pop-up window so you can actually see in behind. So the winner of that draw and this is a team draw. So if you're part of my team, this was our challenge. And the winner was Monica Tanner. So again, I spun the wheel for that one as well. So just so you know, I wasn't, there it is, Monica. So Monica wins, and congratulations to Monica. Sorry for all that zoom there. I'm not too sure. We finally got Valley Fiber, but we're still trying to figure out the bugs so that my Wi-Fi can be a little stronger, and I'll be able to do a lot more fancier stuff with the videos. Okay, so that was a little old school. So today, let's get started because it's late and I should have been in bed an hour and a half ago. But like I said, my parents came by, they're getting, and you gotta spend as much time as you can with family. So they didn't leave till 10. So we played some mahjong, we had some dinner, they watched their soap operas. So yeah, Filipino soap operas on Prime. Gotta love it. Okay, so today we are featuring a new card class, and if you spend $60 or more, you will receive this card kit for free. Now, this card kit, of course, features in the mini Sale-abration catalog, features a Jungle Pals, which is a $60 item. So if you spend 60 bucks, then you get my card kit for free, plus you can pick this stamp set. But you'll also notice if you spend $120, then there's a coordinating die. So in theory, if it's $180. So it's 120 plus 60, and you'll get my kit for free, which probably sounds like it's not much, but it is. It's fantastic. But then you get to make as many cards as you want, including these inspiring cards here. So you can even copy these ones they have already, um, and share them with everyone you know. And so I would also recommend that you just put in a workshop order because workshop order is 200. So you might as well top it up with another $20 worth of goodies and then get 10% back, which is another $20 you get back. So really you're not really putting in the extra 20%. But it is a workshop order and then you'll get both of these together. So just to give you a better look at it, here's the cute little 5 animals, and they are also clean stamps. So they have the rubber, so you don't have to worry about the polymer or putting them on a mat. And then these are the beautiful dies. You get 15 dies. And this fancy little tree and all these leaves, I die cut a lot to make this kit. So if you choose to spend a workshop order, you're going to get all these pieces die cut, which is a little crazy, but it's the only way it'll work. But it was a lot of fun. So um, you're connecting or commenting that. Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, so again, just use this host order or host code, sorry, and then it'll automatically also tell me where to send it, how to trigger it, and then get that going for you. Okay, so let's make 3 cards. So in the kit, you'll receive these 3 card kits. So obviously, I cannot do the stamping, so you'll get all the blanks, and I won't you'll have to use your own paper to get these guys because it's the only stamping that's being done really. And you'll have to cut those out yourselves because it doesn't make sense for me to do the shadows. So at least I don't think so. But if you think otherwise, by all means, correct me. So let's get started with the first card, which is this. So we'll work our way up. So these this card was inspired by Erica's servant. So we'll have your kit will come like this, and inside of it there's your pieces. So this, like I said, we are using a lot of the Sale-abration paper. So this is comes from the Sunny Days Designer Series paper, and it's another Sale-abration item. And if you're actually doing our album class and that Marie has created, it actually has you're going to receive half a packet. But again, you can also add it to your order. But look at how beautiful this paper is. Like, oh, it's so cute. And then rainbows, strawberries, sunny days. Like, you can just use this for so many things. And this is the one we're using, and that's the back side of it. It's also the same paper that we're featuring in Marie's new album. So I'll just push this up. So end of February, I believe it's the last Saturday of February, we're getting together to create this beautiful, gorgeous album that holds over 50 cards or 50 photos. So as you can see, we use the Sale-abration paper in this one as well. Okay, so there's that. So let's put this card together. This one's probably the easiest. But before I put it together, we'll do some stamping. And then I wanted to show you a couple tricks. So I'll just bring you down a little closer again. So this one I didn't use a lot of inks. We're literally using Pebbled Path, Crushed Curry, and Memento. But we go through, I'm just going to pull up from my tray here. We go through a lot of blends. So in this kit, I've used Lemon Lolly, Granny Apple Green, Smoky Slate. I use a red, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Basic Black, and a light Pool Party. And the only thing I use light Pool Party, if you don't know this trick, is to color the edges of my images. So, you know how the image has that white shadow or trim cut all around it? Well, I like to sometimes go in and color that in. So then that way it looks like a real full, kind of like a sticker, right? So you could use that end, or if you're comfortable, you can also use the tip end and just brush that on there. Now it's good to have a piece of paper underneath, so you'll see I have grid paper, because just in case you brush off. Now, also, you want to make sure that if you have light colors, that that blue doesn't get in there. I mean, it shouldn't make too much of a difference, but just in case it does, then at least you don't have to worry. Okay, and I just noticed I forgot to color his tongue. So I'm just gonna grab the red and throw that in there. There you go. So now we have no more white edge, and we just now have a pool party edge, and that goes on here. So we don't have much stamping. We just have a strip here of basic white, which will be in there. And we just need to stamp that. Oh, I forgot to put a gem on this one. Okay, so, oh yeah, we have to create our background. Forgot. We have a bit of stamping. Okay, let's start with the light. So let's get our pieces out of the way. Move over. And we're going to get our background done. So we're just going to grab crushed curry. Now this stamp, Enjoy Your Day, comes from the other Sale-abration stamp set in there, which is a $60 value. So another one. I know your order is getting bigger, right? And so it comes with these 6 sentiments. And so the one I use, which I've used often so far, is this one. So these two are the ones I've been using the most. But you can see we're going to get really good use of this over the next few months. So we're going to grab, I already have it prepped. And what I did was I did it at an angle. So because the camera is in my way and I can't put my head up, I'm going to just turn mine, how did I do that? Oh, so angle this way. So it's going to always be at an angle like so. Okay. Just because I can't put my head under the camera. So I'm going to use my grid line as a guide and turn it at a 45 degree. And then I'm going to, yeah, that didn't work. How did I do that? I can't remember. Okay, we'll work our way through. Okay, so I'm going to stamp some yellow. I just inked this, so I'm going to just do a quick sample test on the side. Okay, we're good. I was running low, so we're just going to stamp at an angle like so. So there's enjoy. There you go. That's my marker. Maybe that's what I did first. Okay, so now I'm just going to try and space these evenly and stagger my wording so that it's not always lined up. Oh yeah, this is what I did. Okay, so we got that, and then we're going to do another one. So this is why you want to make sure you have something underneath. And you're going to try and get it as straight as you can, but hey, we're not perfect, and neither are our cards. And it's just paper, so don't worry about it. Like, remember, we're covering it up as well, so you don't have to worry too much. And then we're going to do another one here, because you can see from the sample that the words get covered quite a bit. So, let's go like so. So if you do go a little crooked, don't worry. No one's going to know. Or you miss a space, it's all good. There we go. And we'll probably just get maybe one more in here. Okay, two. There. I don't know if we'll get a word in there. Like so. There you go. So there's enjoy your day in crushed curry. So it's crushed curry on crushed curry. I'm just going to clean that off because we're now going to stamp our sentiment in Pebbled Path. So I'm really loving Pebbled Path because it's like that dark gray, but not. And so it's just a beautiful solid, like to me, like a stainless steel or not stainless, but a steel gray. It's super pretty. Now you want to make sure you're further to the right because then that way you can get um, your leaves and all your die cuts all set up on the left side. There you go. Now you'll see how dark that is? But then when it dries a lot lighter. Hope you can see that. Yeah, you can. So you can see it's super dark. And I kind of only almost wish it would stay that dark sometimes. And then it goes a little lighter. So you can kind of see how much that changes. Okay, so this is real simple. I'm just going to clean that off. And I know we're done with that. Okay, so we're just going to take this and we're going to put dimensions on this one. I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And so I'll just flip it. Look at that beautiful paper on the back side. It's so painful sometimes when you have to choose between the two sides. So this is where if I really, really like it, because you're just like, oh, I'm hiding that back side. I'll just make sure I always get two packs. So then I still have that extra pack that if I use up, I still can get the other side by using my other second pack. Okay. I don't know. Kathy, why are you up so late? Okay, so if anybody's there and anyone else is there, please say hello. Then I won't feel so lonely. It is really late. It's probably past 11 on Sunday evening right now. And again, I'm normally here at 7, but family first, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take a couple minis and I'm going to slide those here on the side because I should have enough to be able to fit across. I probably should have used mini minis, but this is the trim. So I should be okay because I do trim these pretty narrow so that they can be used. There we go. So now we're going to take these off and then we're just going to line this up onto the front. This is a quick and simple card, but so fun. And I'm telling you, there's 15 die cuts. So if you like to die cut, then you're going to really find this set a lot of fun. So yeah, because there's a lot of pieces to die cut. But when you die cut them and then you assemble them, super cute. Okay, so I'm just using these half suns, I guess. The suns to line up and make sure that that's straight. And then we're just going to grab some glue and put these leaves just here on the side. So one facing up. So these are some garden green leaves. Oh, I forgot to grab my inks to do some blending. And we're just going to put them, just opposite each other like so. And then we're also going to add this little flower. Same thing, crushed curry. And just going to put a little dot of glue on the back. Now, you could just use a mini glue dot. That probably would have been easier and quicker. We'll put that there. And then for our little parrot, we are going to add just a few minis. Normally I use my take your pick tool, but we're on the edge of this pack, so it's not as difficult to use it's not as difficult to peel back using your fingers. And we'll just line him up so he's kind of there above the flower and enjoy and sitting there. There you go. So you got your little cluster. I know it's odd numbered, but it's actually three. Whoa, what are you doing up, Ashley? Yeah, it is late. I should be in bed because 5 a.m. comes pretty quick. Now, what would be really, really cute on these would be the, let's see if I can find them, would be in the annual catalog. What would be really cute on these as a center would be these cute little daisy embellishments. Now, I thought I had some, but, oh, is it a toucan? Toucan? Is that what it's called? You know what? That totally makes sense. I don't know why I said parrot, but that was the first thing that came to my mind. Yes, toucan. That's what he is. You checked Facebook and saw you were like, ah. Yeah, it's been a long day. So I'm just adding a festive pearl to the center because that's the first thing I grabbed. So I noticed I didn't put one on this one and it looks a little blah, so then I added it to that one. Now you could add some ribbon. You could add more embellishments all throughout, but that's my simple card. So there you go. That's card number one, and we'll probably get through these pretty quick. Now we're going to get through these pretty quick only because I cheated and cut everything and colored everything in advance. So it will go fast. So that's card number one. And I made these cards yesterday. So it was yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday at retreat. I was not on the ball for these. It was a busy week. And plus the kids were sick. Oh my God, it's just insane. Okay, so this card was inspired by a challenge we had. So yesterday at the retreat, or during the retreat, Scrapbookers Anonymous and more gave us a couple challenges. So we had a card challenge and a sketch challenge. I didn't do them all. But yesterday I decided to do it, and then I changed my card and turned it into this. So this is a little fun. So these are the dies. So there is this die. Now the clouds are not from this die set. The clouds I used from Give It a Whirl. And this semicircle is from Stylish Shaped dies. So if you don't have those two in your set, you really should consider getting them. But here's that big tree, and then all the other pieces that are this leaf or grass is there as well. And we're just going to add a little bit of color to these guys using some brushes and just a bit of greenery. And all I used to add a little bit more color was pretty much the colors that match them. Or let's see here. I think I used, yeah, old olive and garden green. Okay, so as you can see, we didn't use a lot of coloring for stamping, but we use a lot of ink colors for blending. So you can almost say this is like a technique we can. So here's this card. So your kit will come like this. Well, I will trim this because it does not fit well. Now I've changed it up a bit because I wanted to see what this looked like. So you'll have to tell me. I made this card using Balmy Blue And it was my first attempt because I was trying to get this feature going. And so I just stuck to that. But then after I was like, that background seems so blah. It needs something. So then I went through my stash of Sale-abration items, and in the softly stippled designer series pack, they had this glue, which is actually Pool Party. So then I changed my base, and we're gonna try it with Pool Party. Now you'll need a couple of the green pieces. You're gonna need a circle, doesn't matter if it's cut perfectly or not. You're going to need some leaves, and then the clouds from Give It a Whirl, and then this cute die. Now, this die is kind of funny. Um, maybe I should. Do I have a piece of gray? I don't. I'll have to share this one with you because I cut it, and it actually only cuts this side, but left this side. So I had to trim this down for you. So I thought that was kind of weird. I'll have to watch some videos. So if anybody knows why that does it, where if you were to put this die on here, this side would not be cut, only this side is cut, like these. Or if you flip it this way, then only these would be cut. So you're still stuck. I guess the nice thing is if you put it close to the seam, then this will pop up and you won't have to cut and lose a whole piece. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Now, I wanted to show you a couple different things that I did with coloring. The sloth, I forgot to do their faces. So let me just grab some smoky slate. Let's make sure it's smoky slate. Yeah. Let's grab some light smoky slate and color in their little middle here, their little face. And where's my other one? I think I'll use this one. And I just wanted to show you a couple different, I'm not going to actually do it, but just why they're so different. So this one, I just used one color. And what I mean by one color is all of our blends come in two-tone, right? So you get one light and one dark. So I use one light and one dark to get that coloring going. And then I actually used multiple blends and got this little guy and made him look a little more realistic. So you can see how well, maybe I did a little bit of dark in there. So there is a little bit in there of the pecan pie. But here I think I used pecan pie and then our skin tones to get the rest. And you can see the difference in the two. So um, if you like, if you start to enjoy coloring, you can start really blending and taking all your different colors and really taking it to the next level and not just using the light and dark, but now blending different lights and darks from different blend colors. Okay, so that's my little spiel there. And then we got a thing here. So we're going to color this. As you can see, they do not look the same. And they aren't because I actually I blended those in there by using a couple colors and then offset it, obviously, with, if it was too dark, then I just kept blending and blending and blending. So I'm going to grab a brush because I thought I had one. I think this is a dark one. So we're just going to grab, I don't really like, I should use my minis, but I don't have them handy. So we're just going to take a couple colors. So we'll start with the pecan pie because it's a little lighter. And then we're just going to blend that onto the crumb cake. So this is crumb cake. And we're just going to add, and it's going to start changing its color. I should have had, I think I have a second one. Oh, I do. I can pull one out from the kits that are ready to go. Oops. And it's okay if you blotch. I forgot to dab off. So now I got that blotch there, but that doesn't matter because then it kind of looks like, you know how trees, they have those little bark kind of pieces? Then that's what that kind of looks like and reminds me of. So now I'm just going to go in with copper clay, which is a lot darker. So you can see here it's kind of got a little bit of a red tone. And we're just going to add that in various spots. And the fun thing with this is you can go as light or as dark as you want. And if you want to add more brown, then grab your early espresso or grab more crumb cake and add that in there. So there you go. Now it went from, I got a piece here, went from this to this. So can you see how much that has changed and gives it a darker look? And then on this one here, you can see I went even darker. So really, it's just choice and preference. So that's my piece there. So I'm just gonna, I know I have a lot of ink on here, so I'm just gonna try and add it on there and get some of that off. Yeah. Okay, so that piece is right. Now with these, I always find that sometimes they just look a little bland. So I colored them in here by just adding some color to them. And all I did was take like, let's do garden green, and let's do some olive. Whatever colors you have. Don't feel like, oh, I don't have that color, so I can't use it. That's not true. So we're going to take some green, and we're just going to, the darker green, and put that on the bottom. See how that changes in tone right away? Let me bring that up. So it just adds a little more texture from the boring to now a little more lifelike per se. And if you want, you can go darker or as light as dark as you want. And you're blending. So you're just putting all that, concentrating all that dark along the bottom, and then it kind of just goes a little lighter along the top. So don't worry about it. So we're just going to add that in. And I'm not usually the blending person. All these little technique stuff, this is like Ashley's world. So if you come to our retreat, this is like, she's always got the fun little techniques going. Although I think we're keeping it simple this time around. Who knows? I don't know what everyone's designs look like yet. But it will be fun. Just so you know, too, our retreat is March 1st to 3rd. And if you haven't signed up yet, you must. It is $159 and you get over 30, that's Canadian, by the way, over 30 hours of craft time. Plus, it includes amazing meals catered. Now, a lot of venues or a lot of retreats do not cater because it's expensive, but I do. At $159, it's a pretty damn good deal. And then there's prizes. There's ice cream bar. There's fun. You get to meet other fellow crafters. We have people that come from Ontario and hopefully Saskatchewan this time around. So if you're interested, please do sign up. It is on my events page. Now, if you don't live here and you live too far, like BC, and it's too far to get here, that's okay. Then you can also get a retreat kit to go for like $99. You just don't get the meals, but you still get all the pillow gifts and favors that we give you and everything like that, and your own nameplate. You just don't get the food part. So it's $99 and it's so much fun. Okay, so here I was like, where do I get the fun saying? It is late. Your animals are cute. Cute? I hope they're cute. You put a question mark, so I was a little worried. It is late. I know, because, and if I don't do this, I don't have any free nights. So, and I don't have any time during the day because I work full time. So when am I going to record it, right? So here I am. And so if I'm going to record it, I might as well just do it live. So that's why I'm here so late. So this is a hot air balloon, which is one of our other amazing sweet collections. And the hot air balloon is so cute. And if you haven't seen that one yet, I think I'm doing that one in March, I believe. So, oh, it's just stunning. So It's a lot of fun. Actually, I don't have it here. So, hot air balloon is what we're featuring at our retreat as well. And Marie is doing a 3D project. It's so cute. She finished it on the weekend. It's so bright and fun and will make an amazing gift. So, I chose the beautiful little sentiment that says hang in there. Get it? Ha ha ha. So, since they're all hanging out, that's what we're going to use. So, I'm going to grab that stamp from this one. Oopsies. I just threw my, oh, I know. I'm like, what just fell? I just realized, yep, it's the card base. So I'll have to go pick that up when we're ready to assemble. Okay, so we're going to grab that and we're going to grab some memento and we're just going to put that black. And then here's our circle. So nothing fancy dancy. And I'm just doing it sideways because it's easier for me. And we're going to line that up as best as we can and just put the word hang in there. And this is going to tuck, so it doesn't matter. And that's why I also have it broken, because you're going to end up chopping some of that off. And so I had a piece of scrap that didn't fit exactly my circle, but I was like, that's perfect. Why waste when I only need a portion of that semicircle? So just make sure you stamp this higher up, so that way if you do have to trim any of that circle off, you're nowhere near your sentiment. Okay, I dropped my card base, so I'm just going to go pick that up. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready to assemble. Yes, okay. So we're going to put that away and grab our liquid glue again. Do I still have all my pieces sitting here? I hope so. Okay, so I got a little blem on there. So this card's not garbage. It doesn't matter because it's going right over it. Oh, and there's that beautiful wild wheat. Okay, wild wheat was not my color. I was like, who came up with this weird orange, whatever, big finger? Yes, very much so. I hear what you're saying, Christine. And I was like, oh, this orange is awful. Or is it yellow? Is it mustard? I don't know. But anyway, I've been playing with it lately, and now I'm like, oh, it's growing on me. So it's actually quite a nice color. And I believe I used it a lot with trusty tools. So there you go. So all we're doing is covering the whole front. So again, it's different. So we'll see which one you like better. And then this guy goes right here. And you could actually do them on the other side as well. So you could flip it, whichever you prefer. So I'm just going to put that there. You could even, if you, oh yeah, it doesn't really matter. We'll go like that. Now we're going to trim it. So I'm just going to line it up there. So I'll just add some liquid glue. Not all the way, well, you could do it all the way to the bottom just to make sure it's there, like so. And then we're gonna put that here to the right side and just, I'll give it a bit of a gap. So you want to go as high as you would like. I'm gonna go about there. Now I'm going, because I just have my clouds and I want to make sure my sloth has, a nice position there. So then we're going to grab my glue scissors, my dedicated glue scissors, and then just trim off the excess. So as you're catching the replay on these, you'll be able to pause and, create as you go along if you have this set. So I hope that's what you do and you enjoy this. And if not, I can always ship you a kit after you've placed an order. So here, we're going to line these up. Now, I always like, whenever I see edges like that, I like to use them or hide them as much as I can. So I'm going to move this as far as I can here. Now we're going to do my little lovely scrapbooking trick again, where we're going to try and pop these pieces up. So we're only going to add glue on the bottom, and this excess over here, that's okay. We're just going to trim it. So let's get this one done first. So we're just going to add glue right along the edge. We're using a lot of liquid glue. Just add that there. And then we're going to stick that right about there, I think is where we had it. Just eyeballing. I know we're trimming off just a wee bit. Then we're going to do the same to this. And if you want, you could curl these up to make it easier to add dimensionals after. Not necessary though. It'll work fine. Because remember, if you put this in an envelope and you mail it, a week later it gets to somebody and it's flat anyway. Okay, so we want to make sure the tree base is covered and we're flush on this side. And this is why I love liquid glue, because we got time to maneuver. There you go. So now these guys are all flapping in the wind, but that's okay. We're just going to grab some mini dimensionals. I'm going to get a fresh sheet if I actually have one sitting here. Sometimes I do. Oh, yes, here we go. Here's a used one, because I tend to open more than one pack at a time. And now what we're going to do is pop dimensionals in there. But we also have a little meerkat. Where did he go? Where did our meerkat go? He was, oh, there he is. There he is. We're going to tuck him inside first. So then that way I know where I should put my glue dots or my dimensionals. So then, and this is going to go here. So we want to kind of hide that piece. So we got to make sure these guys are good. So I could push this all the way down like so, and then use my meerkat to hide as much of that, or I could pull it up more and then use the meerkat again to hide the edge. So there we go. We're right about there. So that looks pretty good. I wanted him peeking up. So we're just going to add some liquid glue. We don't need much, right? Don't go and cover your entire surface with glue. I'm just going to line it up with that little spot right there. And I'm going to make sure we can see the word hang in there. And there we go. And then I'm going to add some glue to him. I'm going to add glue to the bottom and have him popping through. Popping through like he's running through the grass. There we go. Right about there. Doesn't have to be fancy. No one's going to know and compare cards. So it's all good. Okay, so now we're going to use minis. We need these minis. You got to use the minis because that's what's going to make these pop up. If you use the big ones, if that's all you have, that's fine. Then just cut them in half, right? Run your scissors through and cut them in half. We're going to put one here on that meerkat so it looks like his body is forcing that to pop out. We got one there, got one here, and all we want to do is make sure it's not sticking out. So we're just putting them on the tips so then it's like flat but lifted, right? I do this a lot in scrapbooking, and I'm sure many of you do it as well. It just gives that little bit of volume to your card that gives it that little oomph. But there's quite a few of these, so oops, missed quite a few of these little grass petals. So we're just gonna pop that one in like so. And then this guy gets trimmed off. So I'm gonna grab my yucky scissors, the ones that are covered in glue. And that's the bottom half. Oh, we forgot to tuck these guys in. Oops. Okay, we can lift. It's all good. So we're gonna add some glue here. I forgot to put the leaves in. So just gonna lift that one up. I think I did a little bit of tuckaroo here. In like so. And then we got another one. I'm gonna tuck this one in behind, and I'm just gonna use a mini glue dot. Because why complicate my life? This is so much easier than trying to put glue. Mini glue dots, your best friend. There we go. And if you want, you can pop those up too. So I'll add one here. And I really like how these You know, have that little cut in the middle so you can kind of see in between. And then we'll put one behind that Lost Lagoon piece. So fun. You know, this kind of reminds me of Lawn Fawn, and everybody knows how much I love Lawn Fawn. Um, this I can handle because the pieces are a little bit bigger. With Lawn Fawn, the pieces are so small, my fat fingers just don't like them. Hey, fat fingers again, Christine. Okay, so we're gonna take our sloth and I'm gonna go with this guy, and he's gonna hang way up here. So you can have him hanging like so, like you just position it the way you like it. And I'm gonna take, again, we're gonna do that whole, I'm gonna put a couple on his butt so that he looks like he's flying out. And then we're gonna use glue on his tips here. So it's no different than what we did with the greenery down below. There we go. Push that in. Our clouds are simple. They'll just be glued and popped. Just gonna add some glue there. And again, these are from the Give It a Whirl. And then this one we'll add dimensions to. There we go. And pop that one on top. Now we have another piece sticking out, so I'll just cut that off as well. Yeah, look at that coming together. And all we have left is our little toucan. So he can come sitting on a branch if you want, or popping out. But I had him popping out from the side here just to fill in the gap. So we're going to do that. And again, just add dimensionals on there again. Okay, so one there. Oh, as soon as we're done, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hit that pillow real hard, get my sleep in. It's going to be a busy week. So our school, or my kids' school, decided to break up the band concert into 2 nights for people's safety, which is fair because so many people come to band concert. And we haven't had one. We didn't have our Christmas recital because our music teacher was on leave. And now that she's back, you know, everyone's going to want to go. And so now they split it up. So now we have to go 2 nights. And Benjamin also plays jazz band, so he plays both nights. Okay, so there goes my Wednesday, there goes my Thursday. What do you think? So this one was the original, and I did that on Balmy Blue. This one is Pool Party with the Designer Series paper. So which one do you like better? So if you're catching the replay, make sure you tell me if you like the Balmy Blue, which is the one here on the left, or the Pool Party version, which has the what's that called again? What's that paper called again? From the Designer Series pack, softly stippled. Sorry. So if you like that one, then do comment and let me know. So I don't like the fact that that's sticking out there. So if that happens and you can see some of your dimensional popping out, then just go in with your scissors and your dirty scissors, of course, your glue scissors, and trim that off. There. That's better. So there you go. There's my card. So that's my 2 right there. So if you like one over the other, then do please say Pool Party. Excellent. Oh, everyone loves a Pool Party one. Yeah. I just felt that this kind of needed something. I should have ran it through the textured embossing folder first. That would have been good. Then I also thought about blending or adding even the Sunny Days one would be really cool, is by putting the clouds one. There's like one in here that has just like blue clouds or something. Oh, there's this one too. There's cherries on the back and there's also the stripes. So that one would work really well. But oh yeah, there it is. You could also just do the blue clouds. So that would be kind of neat too. So that is the Sunny Days 12 by 12 decent speak. Okay, that's 2 cards. We only have 1 more to go. And then everybody can go to bed. This one was a lot of work. And this was inspired by Erica Serwin. Okay, so I did a class with her. And this is one of the creations she made. Now I switched it up a bit, of course, because that's what we do, right? You that's what how things work is you you get inspired and then you add your own flair to it, right? You case it, which we call copy and share everything. So here I've cased this one, but added in my own little flair. So it's a little full, which means we do a lot of work. Which embossing folder? Oh, for this one. So this one isn't embossing folder. It's actually designer series paper. But if you don't have the softly stippled in designer series paper, you could use textured because it's kind of have that textured embossing folder. You know, the textured 3D one. That one would work really good with that too. Okay, I hope I answered your question properly. Okay, so this again, this is the most adorned 12 by 12 designer series paper. So this one is also a freebie in Sale-abration. So it's this gorgeous paper. Oh, it's so beautiful. Now, I'm sure most of you have already seen it. My pack is missing a lot, but it's got pinks and reds all the way through and lots of hearts, but also the plaid look. So that's what we're using here. So when you open your kit, I'm going to tell you now, be careful when you open this one. And the reason being is, whoa, look at all those die cuts. It took me a while, but I'm like, it's so pretty. Like I had one and it just wasn't full. It needed more. So that's why there's so many in here. Okay. So just be careful because you also have these itty bitty flowers and you might lose those. And then these tiny Lost Lagoon leaves, like, or skinny, that can easily disappear. Okay, so we have our 3 pieces of designer series paper from the most adorned. And this hurts because I'm like, look at that beautiful gold fluttering through there. So if you want to use the back side, you can use the back side in your kit instead. There's that. So you can mix and match as you like. Or maybe you want to use that one with the plaid. Doesn't matter. Whatever you feel. This is the back side with the gold roses. Whatever you prefer. But this is the pieces you'll get in your kit. Now, you're going to get your little strip for your sentiment. And then you'll have to do your own alligator. So here's my little alligator. And this one, I only actually used Granny Apple Green. But if you just keep layering and layering and layering Granny Apple Green, this is what you get. So isn't my alligator so cute? I loved how I colored this one. Where's my sample? Oh, this one I didn't do as much coloring. And you can see in this one, I did more deeper coloring on that one. Okay, so let's get this craftiness going. Now you're going to have a balmy blue square or rectangle in there from the Radiant Stitch dies. And then we're going to do a little bit of color here. Some blending again. So we're going to take some garden greens. We're going to take all our garden green pieces and then all of our Lost Lagoon pieces. I don't know if I use them all. So you're going to get a few, and then if you don't want to use them all, don't use them all. Like, please don't feel like you have to do all that work. And you don't need to do this part, but I just find that it's so blah. So we're just going to add some color to those tips. So we're going reverse. Now it's the tips. So see, it just makes it look a little more lifelike compared to just bleh. So add some more green here and just get those tips. We're not doing a lot, so that's why I didn't pre-do this, because I knew I had time in our video to actually get this going. So I wasn't concerned. Just gonna add, so there, see that's that one. Now we're gonna grab Lost Lagoon because that's the other color we have. Now if you don't have these colors, don't panic. Like I said, use Old Olive. Use whatever you have, because yesterday I didn't bring everything I had with me to crop. Yeah, okay, this is like the second time I went to like a crop and I literally had my rolly cart, my Fat Stanley, and one box. And everyone, when I sat down with the girls that I was sitting with, like, they're like, "That's all you brought?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Wow." And I did pretty good. I only forgot one thing at home, which is hilarious. Um, one stamp set. Oh, and then I wanted to do some heat embossing because I needed to do heat embossing for next month's cards. And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring black, I'm gonna bring white, and I'm gonna bring gold just in case, or clear just in case." And I get there and I'm like, "Oh, I brought two blacks and a clear." So not very smart. Okay, so like I said, we're just gonna take. I'm not gonna go grab my lemon lime. We got this, and we're just gonna add this to this. Like, who cares? You don't have to be the same color, tone on tone. Never think that. Think outside the box, crafties. You're all crafty, you know it. And there you go. Ta-da! So, I used Lost Lagoon on that. And you wouldn't have known, right? Lost Lagoon. Who would have thunk? Okay, so we're going to curl these babies up a bit so they have a little bit of life. Just using my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, that's fine too. You could just use your fingers or um, the edge of take your pick tool or scissors, whatever you got. I'm just going to give it some life. Now, I just played with this, so that's what you're going to do too to get your final design how you prefer. So we're going to do that. And maybe we'll do that with these. And like I said, the little daisy embellishments would look so cute on the center of these. I don't have any. And then I was like, okay, well, we could also color some basic rhinestone gems and add color. That works too. But then I was like, oh, well, why don't we just color the centers? And that works perfect. So I'm just going to take my Daffodil Delight. Oh no, this is Lemon Lolly. Sorry, I had Lemon Lolly sitting here. It's going to color the center like that. And then I'm going to take my Pumpkin Pie because we're already using it like crazy, right? Because we did all that coloring on the animals. And we're just going to add a little wee center. And there you go. Done. So if you don't have bling, that's okay. That works just fine. Okay, so, we have to do one stamp. And our one stamp is literally our sentiment. And I used, "Thank you for your friendship," which pulled from, I forgot to write down which that came from. I think it was perennial postage. So this is next month's stamp club, the perennial postage. And so I used this. I needed something skinny, right? Skinny to go along there. So this was perfect. So this has a ton of, I love the fonts and the mix of the fonts and then all the different sayings. So next month we're making some amazing cards. I should show them to you. They're so cute. There's actually a shaker card that's going to go in there. And I think I did a fun fold and then two others. So you get eight cards. And also, all the pieces, you'll have to do your own cutting and things like that, but it's so worth it. Okay, let's hope I get this on straight. Not bad. Oh, a little crooked that way. Okay, let's try that again. So it's that friendship side. I think it's actually my stamp that's crooked. See? Yeah, it's my stamp. So I'm going to have to tilt a little bit and make sure I'm straight. That's better. Okay, and then we're just going to trim. We're going to trim. So that's it. That's all lots of coloring to do ahead of time. Just one animal. And then you got to do a lot of die cutting, right? So when you get this, you're going to do a lot of die cutting. But fun die cutting. So you can do that while you sit in front of the TV. How many of you die cut, like, doing something else, like while you're watching TV or while you're whichever, right? I'm going to move this so that ink doesn't get onto my paper.
Okay, just threw it all on the floor. So you're going to score this on one side here. What did I score it at? Oh, 1 1/4. So you're going to score it at 1 1/4. I already pre-did mine. Yours will be scored at 4 1/4, but you'll need to add this 1 1/4 score line. And then you're just going to take this piece, and if it's too, sometimes I leave this piece too long just because I don't trust myself in cutting. So just trim the edge if it's too much. So we're just going to take this piece now. So this is going to go to the left, which is our hearts from the most adorned. And we're going to add that here, lining it up to the bottom and then to the edge. Yeah, like so. And then on this piece here, now here's the trick. You don't want to do this mistake. So I did this mistake the first time. You got to make sure that your verticals, whatever paper you use, is lined up. Because let me show you. This was my first one. Here's my first one. Do you see the problem? It did not line up. And I was like, why does my card look funny? And then I realized, oh, I didn't line up my stripe. So when you cut it, make sure you cut two pieces vertical, same direction, if they're directional. And make sure you know which is left, which is right. In this case, it doesn't matter which is left and which is right. But if you do have paper that does matter, then make sure you're using the right side. Oh, and here I go. I'm covering up that gorgeous gold right there. Oh, that hurts. But that's okay. That's why I got a second pack. So I think I have 2 packs already, so that I could take advantage of both sides. There you go. And then this one here goes on the inside. Now, I just want you to know that you can also flip this piece in on the inside. And if you do that, then you create a gift card holder, right? So that's another thing you can do. You just have to change your designer series paper, but you could flip it the other way. And then, oopsies. Now we're just going to seal this shut. There. And flatten that. Let's flip it over. Now I've got a little bit of trimming to do because I was just a little longer, which is fine. So I'm just going to trim that down. Like I say, I don't cut straight all the time, so sometimes in your kit you'll get that little bit of excess. So just trim it because I don't trust myself to go to the line properly. So, especially when it's a 12 by 12, and I'm just going to waste that excess anyway, so I'll give you the excess so then that way you can line it up perfectly. Okay, some assembly required. So we're going to set that aside and let it sit. And now we're going to take our piece and figure out how we're going to put these pieces together. So we have one there. Oh, I did use 2. And then we have one here. So this one's here in the corner. So I'm going to slide it over a bit more because what happened was when I was trying to make this one fit, I was too close to the edge and then I was a little tight. So that was a little worrisome. So I'm going to make sure I've got a little bit more leeway over here. So again, we're just going to add that glue. So make sure you just dry fit this before you actually assemble it all. It's easy for me to assemble because I've already done it more than once. Oh, I thought I had another piece. But I think I used 2 pieces along the back, not just one. So these ones all go tucked in here, like so, and they just fill in. Dun, 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 dun. So that's probably what I did, but I think I actually have a second one. So we'll add this one over here. Yeah. Okay. That one goes right about there. And we're just really filling that space up as much as we can or want to, per se, right? Like so. Actually, I think I used two of these. So when you get your kit, I'm going to give you a second one. So you'll need two of these. One that's the green. I used garden green because I forgot to pack garden green. And so I used shaded spruce on this one. I felt it was a little too dark. So that's why I went with garden green on this. So you'll get a garden green and a lost lagoon. So then you don't have to, you're just going to use your little pieces to fill in to make it thicker. Where I feel this is not thick enough. Well, I'm a little cray cray that way. So this one goes here, and this one goes there. That goes, well, that'll tuck in, and then our cute little alligator goes here. Then, of course, our little everything else. So it still works. Okay, so let's make sure that fits on here real well. So we're going to take this. So here's how I do this. We're going to do a lot of tucking. So this is like, right? Scrapbooking 101 again. So this is where we're going to put that. So I'm going to put dimensionals all along the center first, but only up to here because the card will not open if you go too far. So I'm just going to flip it. So I'm going to line myself up to the center as much as I can. You can also use the grid lines as your little markers if that helps you. And then we're going to put just a few dimensionals right there. Now I'm just going to grab them and stick them in the center. Now, why are we only sticking them in the center, you say? Because then we have all our edges to be able to tuck everything in that we need, like we have here. So then now we'll have room. And then afterwards, you could go back in and add more if you want. Okay? So we're just going to line that up in the center as best we can. Nothing sticking out. We're good. Now we're going to do the same thing with our cute little alligator. He's so cute. But I'm going to use minis for this one. So, because, you know, he's pretty skinny. Like, he's chunky but skinny. And again, we're just going to put that in the middle so that I can tuck in those leaves here where I want them. And I'm just spacing them out randomly. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to use my finger. And then we're just going to add him right here. Oh, he's so cute, right? So cute. Okay, so now our green is going to go here. But I'm going to do this top first. So I'm going to add some glue here to the front. Because, right, we're tucking. And we're going to just drop that in. I'm going to go as far as I can to the right, left, and just press. That'll pop up. Don't worry, because we'll put some dimensionals back there. And then I'll add a green there. So I'm just going to use mini glue dots to make my life easier. And lift. And again, just tuck that right in there. Wherever you like. And then we can add one over here. Lift that green. Probably should put the smaller one there. I'm going to put this bigger one to the side if I can. I don't know if I need it, but we'll see. Can always move it after. We'll wait on him. We'll do these guys first. These ones are smaller. The small one? No, I want the small one. Yes, they're different sizes. Okay, so I'm putting these ones on the back rather than the front because they're popped in like behind, like as if, you know, you're trying to add some depth there. And I'm going to take this and kind of tuck that in way back there. And this one can go over here. That looks good. And I'm going to add one more. One more. I'm going to add one more right in here because we got a nice big gap. Just to fill it up. Excellent. And then this guy and this guy here. Okay, so I'll add another mini glue dot to the bottom and just tuck that in behind the alligator's nose. And then do our second one in behind here again. So these are lots of fun to make. So make sure you comment, make sure you whatever, and I will do a draw for these and give you a set. But if you place an order, you'll get a kit instead. And you can just create these yourself. But they're so darn cute. I just love it. I just want to share it. I should have made multiple, but there's a lot of die cutting. Okay, I'm just going to add that one in there. So now, I did take some Wink Castella, if you saw me there, and just add some shimmer. You can't even see it. But when it dries, it just gives it that little bit of glittery shine in there. And I could do a few of these tips too. Why not? We're here. Sure. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing we did before. Well, let's add these first. So this one, I believe I just did one that's flat because it's going to go right underneath the tail. And then I put two on dimensionals. So maybe one right about there. Then we'll just add another dimensional, like so, and pop that one there. There we go. So there's our three floors. And then we need our sentiment. So I'm just gonna trim this down. Good enough. Let me just take a wee bit off this end. And we'll use dimensionals for this one too. Pop that. It's a little long, so we got 4 on there instead of like 2 or 3. That'll keep it nice and solid while it goes through the mail. And then we'll add that here. Thank you for your friendship. Now we want to make sure we don't go off the page. Right there. I'll pull that underneath. And right about there. Perfect. Is it straight though? Oops. I didn't put that straight. So I got time. A few seconds. There we go. That's better. Now it's straight. And then again, we're just going to add a few tuck-ins, right? So I'm going to put one there to give that one a bit of lift. Now you don't have to do them to all. So maybe this one right on the edge. We can leave, oopsies, this one stuck to my finger. Okay, we'll do this guy. And then maybe we'll do this over here. There's a cluster, so you could probably just put a few there. Kind of stick a couple on behind that one. Gets a few of them together. And then these two over here. Got some Wink Castella on there. That's okay. And I think we're good. And then if you want, you can go back in where there's open spaces, like maybe right in here, and you could tuck another, dimensional in there to make sure it's sitting pretty good and it doesn't fall too flat. Just a couple little tricks. Now I didn't add any ribbon or embellishments because there's a lot happening, but you definitely can. So, it's your project, so enjoy it and have fun with it. So much fun. Maybe over here, just a little. Okay, so there you go. So this one I used Shaded Spruce and Lost Lagoon. This one I used Garden Green and Lost Lagoon. So just let me know which one you like better. And that's the card. And then you still have room on the inside to do all your writing. So that's kind of nice. You could decorate the inside if you like too. But those are our three cards. Love the iguana. Is that what it is? I thought it was an alligator. Shows how much I know. So yeah, I thought it was an alligator, but yeah, it could. I don't know. Is there an iguana? Am I wrong, Audrey? I don't know. Well, thanks for joining me so late. So that is our three cards. So let me show them again. And then you tell me which ones you like. And I know we changed it up a little bit because I wanted to show you differences. And again, don't forget to place your order because if you do, then you get this kit for free. So there's that one. It's a lot of die cutting, so you'll have to give me a day. I pre-cut two just in case already. But there is the second one. So again, one in Balmy Blue and then one in the Pool Party. And then our third card, oh, there it is, with the toucan right there using the Sunny Days paper. So, like the one you just made. Oh, good night. Yes, good night, Kathy. Thank you. So, most adorned. Then we've got softly stippled. And then we also have Sunny Days. And that features the three of them. So, you'll have to let me know which one you like the most. And there you go. Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so that is the end. Thank you for coming with me online so late. I have to go to bed too because I have to go to my normal job. I'd rather be doing this, but that's life. So, thank you very much for joining me for another Facebook Live. And we will be back again next Sunday and we'll see you then. Okay, have a great night and a great week. And oh, I'll see you Friday. Happy stamping!